Hello students, this is Jayashri and in this video we are going to discuss about the cell membrane or plasma membrane. Now before we can discuss about cell membrane, let us look at the important parts of the cell. Now this is a diagram of a typical cell. So what blue color outlining we can see, that is nothing but the cell membrane. Then this yellow color region what I have painted, that is the cytoplasm, and this blue color big dot what you can see, that is the nucleus. So these are the three basic parts of the cell, that is cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. Now in addition to these three parts, when we talk about fungi or plants or bacteria, there is one more layer, that is cell wall, and that cell wall will be present around this plasma membrane. So this was about the parts of the cell. Now coming to our cell membrane or plasma membrane. So these two terms are synonym. We can use either out of two. So how do we define cell membrane? It is the outermost covering of animal cells that separates the contents of the cell from external environment. So if you observe over here, I have mentioned of animal cells because it is not the outermost covering in case of plants or fungi or bacteria. What are the functions of plasma membrane? The first and foremost, very basic function of the plasma membrane is it provides protection to the cell and its inner contents from the external environment. Now, why is it so? This is because it is the outermost layer. So, obviously, it has to protect whatever is there inside, right? The second thing is that it provides a definite shape or structure to the cell. Now when we say a cell has a particular shape, say for example RBC is biconcave shape, or your neuron, it has a thin long branch structure, what we are referring to is nothing but the plasma membrane. So this is the plasma membrane, right, which is providing it a definite shape. Here also, what is this? All this is nothing but the plasma membrane, right? So we can say plasma membrane or cell membrane provides a definite shape or structure to our cells. Moving on to the third function. Now this function is very important, and in order to understand this function, we need to understand about the nature of the plasma membrane. So how is our plasma membrane? Our plasma membrane is selectively permeable in nature. Now what does this selectively permeable term mean? It means that the plasma membrane is going to selectively allow only certain molecules to move in and out of the cell depending upon their identity. So in a way it is functioning like our school security guard, right? What he does, he selectively allows the students of our school, the teachers of our school, to enter in and to go out only at a particular time, right? So even our plasma membrane does the same thing but with the molecules. Okay. So the small molecules like oxygen, like water, like certain ions and carbon dioxide, they can move in and out of the cell along the concentration gradient by a simple process of diffusion. What is this diffusion? In order to understand and visualize the process of diffusion, we are going to perform a very simple activity, for which I have taken some water and I have red ink with me. Now I am going to add few drops of red ink on one side of this petri dish. So what can you observe? We can see that ink molecules which were initially concentrated or which were initially localized in this region are now slowly moving all around. Why this is happening? This is happening because of the process of diffusion, in which the molecules move from the region of their high concentration to the region of their low concentration. So this is what we call as diffusion. Here it is movement of ink molecules from the region of high concentration to the region of low concentration, or where their concentration is almost zero, right? And this will continue to take place until the state of equilibrium is attained. In case of water molecules, rather than using the term diffusion, we use the term osmosis. So we say that there is osmotic entry of water inside the cells. And what is this osmosis and what are its type? All that we will be discussing in our next video. Now let us see how this process of diffusion is applicable to our cells. Now suppose this is one of our body cell. As we know that each and every cell of our body can perform respiration, right? So when the cells perform respiration, as a byproduct of respiration, carbon dioxide will be produced inside the cells, okay? And this carbon dioxide gets accumulated inside the cell. So as a result, the concentration of carbon dioxide becomes higher than the carbon dioxide concentration which is present outside the cell. And as a result, by the process of diffusion, this carbon dioxide molecules move along the concentration gradient. So in this case, the carbon dioxide are going to move from inside to outside, right? Likewise, when the cells keep on performing respiration, the oxygen level inside the cells that get reduced, and at certain point the oxygen concentration which is outside that becomes higher, and as a result there will be diffusion of oxygen molecules from outside the cell into the cell. So we can say that the selectively permeable nature of the plasma membrane allows the free diffusion of small molecules in and out of the cells. Okay. Now moving on to the fourth function. Now in order to understand the fourth function, again we need to understand about nature of the plasma membrane. So one thing what we know already is that it is selectively permeable in nature. Now other than that, our plasma membrane is flexible in nature. So what does this mean? Flexible means that it is not rigid. Okay, and why is it so? This is because of the chemical composition of our plasma membrane. Our plasma membrane is largely made up of a special type of lipid called as phospholipids. Other than this, it has proteins. Now, this flexibility allows our plasma membrane to engulf in food and other materials from their surrounding, and this process is what we call as endocytosis. So what is endocytosis? Endocytosis is a process in which the cells engulf in food or other materials from their surrounding. Here I have written amoeba because in case of amoeba, endocytosis help in engulfing in food. When it comes to our WBCs, in case of WBCs, this endocytosis, it helps in engulfing pathogens or foreign particles. That's all for this video.
Do like, subscribe and share this video.